Pero que viva!
We'll start with number 156 and then have a virtual press room on deck.
Congratulations, Guillermo and all your team. This is an achievement not also for animation, for stop motion, and also for an international crew and animators. But obviously, I'm also from Mexico, so I would love to that you can talk about that as a Mexican, how it's for you.
Yes.
And we also need in the future, maybe Mexico win Best Animated Movie, but produce it in Mexico. It's something that we need to do. So tell me about your feelings.
I think we started stop motion in Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, where I'm from. We started in the 80s. And it started with Rigoberto Mora, myself, Daniel Varela, Mariano Aparicio. We started to do Super 8s, then we did 16, then we did 35. And for a long time, the animators in Guadalajara have been doing extraordinary shorts. And in Mexico City, Monterrey, there are great animators. And I think it's important that we keep it alive as an industry, as an art form. And, I have right now 2 scholarships active for filmmakers. And it is my desire and my commitment now that I'm going to finance a stop motion class in Gobelin, in the animation school, for Mexican students to go there and specialize on stop motion to keep it alive.
We have Canal 2 International and number 220 on deck.
220.
Bingo.
Chale huevos.
Hello. Hola, Guillermo.
Hola.
Can I do it in Spanish? Is that okay? Yeah, okay. Guillermo, la última vez que nos encontramos nos habías dicho de que te sentías un poco como Chepeto. Y ya que le diste vida a Pinocho, si pudieras darle vida al Oscar, ¿qué crees que él te diría a ti?
Wow. La marihuana es muy barata. O sea, me diría que es el Indio Fernández y que no se va a quitar la espada.
Gracias.
Okay, sorry, we're going back to Canal 2 International. It's a virtual question, and then we'll have number 333 on deck.
Okay, so I'm Stefan Momo from Canal 2 International in Cameroon, Central Africa. So first of all, I would like to congratulate you guys. And my question is to know if it is possible for you guys to share your experience with animators from Africa, in particular in Cameroon.
Yes, sir.
I didn't hear the question.
Share your experience with animators in Africa.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, our animators are stars. They are the actors in our film, and then they will never get enough credit. They really have to breathe life into these characters, and we found some people who could truly do that. And they were just remarkable. They really could get in deep into the character and understand what the character was thinking and feeling. So it wasn't just motion, it was emotion. And that's really, and we also focused on the quiet moments, because those are really important. Animation isn't all about big pose-to-pose movement. It's about really connecting with the characters on an intimate level. And you do that when you are with them and you're quiet and you can look into their eyes and you can see them processing information.
It also is important that the animation is done by people that have been given license to do so, that they were promised to be treated like the artists they were and not technicians, and credited in the movie as such. They were credited in the main credits before even the voice actors, and our collaboration was truly a collaboration between the directing team and the acting team.
All right, great. And also just one addendum, if you wouldn't mind holding up your numbers throughout the questions, that would be helpful. And also if you can announce your outlet and your country before you ask the question, that would be wonderful. We are going to move on to number 333 with number 107 on deck.
The number of the half-beast.
Mini Beast.
Mini-beast.
Hi, Jens. Jasmine Page Moore for the Academy in Digital First. Just congratulations down the board, well deserved. But this movie at its core is about family and it's about love. So why do you think this story is so important and impactful in the world today?
Well, I think that there are several reversals in the film. One of the most important ones is that it's not about a kid learning to be a real boy, but a father learning to be a real father. And I think it's a lesson that is urgent in the world, and same with disobedience. We are saying disobedience is not only necessary, it is a virtue that is urgent in the world now. So, you know, the movie talks about families, but not in a constraining, perfect way. As the cricket says, an imperfect father and an imperfect son, and how we can love each other in our failures, in our flaws, in our humanity.
Yeah, and I think that almost all the characters in our film eventually find family in one form or another, and there's real redemption in that. And I think even though it's ultimately a film about sorrow, it's also a film about hope.
We're done.
We have film critique, which is part of our virtual press room, with number 149 on deck.
149. Muy bien.
Sorry,
Hi.
virtual press room first for film critique.
Hi, I'm Nancy Green with Film Critique. Congratulations on your win. And one of the things I wanted to say, Mr. Del Toro, that your movies have broken the mold in terms of what genre movies can do and the possibilities. I wanted to know, what do you think that this win will do for animated movies in the future and the possibilities that there?
I think that is not a single win. We're going to have to organize ourselves as a community. We have to have dialogue with the guilds. We have to have an active dialogue with the Academy. This is an art form that has kept being kept commercially and industrially in the kids' table for so long, and it really is a mature, expressive, beautiful, complex art form. So a win helps, but it is about going forward as a community, making it strong, making it known, and say what we need, because the promise of animation can be fulfilled by the artists that are in the community beautifully. And young animators are coming in all the time that want to do this, and they don't want to just conform themselves to the rules and product that is demanded of them.
Right, and we have number 149 next, with number 390 on deck.
Hello. 107 over here, Carlos Aguilar, Roger River. Felicidades, Guillermo. Just wanted to ask, you know, you've won the Oscar a couple times before, but this one's for animation. What makes this one particularly special?
Well, I think the first thing is I think it was very important for me to have the chance to say that directing, writing, art direction, production design, everything we do in animation is analog, as complex or more complex than live action. And the desire to say that our craft as directors is complex and important, and we know that, and it should be recognized. It should be in the forefront and discussed and all that. That was important. It's great to have picture, director, and animation, because they define what I have loved all my life since I was a kid. I want one for makeup effects one day, but it's beautiful, and it will help us implement more movement in the community in Mexico and in Latin America to keep pushing for stop motion, which is one of the most democratic forms of animation. All the other forms of animation in digital are too expensive, but a kid with a camera and a model in their room, they can do animation in stop motion, and it can say exactly what they feel.
Okay, we'll move on next to number 149, and then we'll wrap up with 390.
I like 390.
Felicidades por su tercer Oscar, por hacer historia, a ganar como mejor director, película y ahora película animada.
Sí.
Nos hace sentir muy orgullosos como mexicanos y me gustaría si nos pudiera compartir un mensaje para todos esos jóvenes que gracias a sus logros siguen buscando la oportunidad de poder sobresalir, buscan tener sus becas y sobre todo seguir sus pasos. Es un ejemplo no nada más para los mexicanos, sino para todos los jóvenes igual forma en usted, pues hay mucha ilusión.
En español está la arena en que Latinoamérica y México puede competir con todo el mundo es creatividad y fuerza del alma y expresividad y potencia artística. Y eso es muy importante y era muy importante hacer una parte de Pinocho en Guadalajara por eso y el apoyo que le doy a la comunidad en stop motion en México en general continuará y es importante que siga. Este año ANSI, el Festival de Animación en Francia, lo dedica a México, ahí estaremos y simplemente que sepan que esta es una forma de creatividad inclusiva, hermosa, potente. Pero que viva.
And number 390. And also, if you are going to ask a question that is not in English, if you could please repeat the question in English afterwards, so everyone.
You want me to repeat the answer in English? Because I can. What the fuck?
Why not?
What is important for Mexico and Latin America to look towards animation is that we can compete with creativity, passion, and artistic flair with anything in the world. And stop motion allows that for them to continue expressing. This is an important year for Latin America and Mexico in animation. The Festival of Annecy in France dedicates this edition to Mexico. We're going to be there, and we're going to push this message as much as we can. There you go.
And now number 390.
Perfect. Thank you. Alex Segura, Voice of America, to your right. Guillermo, your right.
Hey, hola.
Hola, ¿qué tal? So this question is going to be in Spanish. So first, because I work for the Spanish division of Voice of America. So en español, muchas felicidades por el galardón. ¿Qué representa esto para el cine latinoamericano en general, no solo en animación? Y también teniendo en cuenta pues, que cada vez los Oscars hay una mayor diversidad en cuanto a vencedores, o ya lo hemos visto en 2 ocasiones. Si nos puede comentar un poquito sobre esto. Y de nuevo, muchas felicidades y me encantó Pinocchio. In English, super quick, I'm asking about, the advance on diversity at the Oscars and also how this award impacts the Latin American movie industry. Thank you.
Bueno, el primer deber de la diversidad es cada que te toca hacer algo, hacerlo tan bien como puedas. Porque no estás solo en tu labor, estás cargando atrás una legión de gente que viene después. Cuando nosotros llegamos en los 90s, era muy diferente la representación de latinos en Estados Unidos en la industria. E incluso recuerdo con bastante dolor una entrevista que mi cinematógrafo, Guillermo Navarro, tuvo con un agente de talentos en el que le dijo, ¿para qué quiero un mexicano si ya tengo un jardinero? Y el desprecio que había en los 90 se ha ido venciendo poco a poco. Creo que estamos mejor, nunca está completo el trabajo, siempre hay algo más que hacer, pero tiene importancia, cada uno de nosotros hace algo para una multitud de gente que viene detrás. So what I'm saying is that every time you stand to do a job as a Latin or a minority, anything you do, you're not alone, and the first duty of representation is to do it really well. To do it really well because you're not doing it for you, you're doing it for people that come after you and are looking forward for opportunities. And if you don't do that, you're closing that door. The things have changed since I came here in the 90s. I remember with great chagrin an interview I had with Guillermo Navarro, the cinematographer that won the Oscar for Pan's Labyrinth, with a talent agent that said to him, why do I want a Mexican? I have a gardener. And there was a lot of open and subtle racism that you have to move, and there is a glass ceiling. There is, and you have to keep pushing it all the time. It doesn't end with one generation, it doesn't end with one person, but again, together, you push that limit more and more and create opportunity. Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. We're all set.
Nos vemos. Gracias.